Good evening, dear listener. As the day draws to a close and the world quiets down, I invite you to take a deep breath and settle into a peaceful space. Let go of any lingering thoughts from the day and allow the calm to wrap around you like a soft blanket. Tonight, I have a story to share, a gentle tale about the importance of taking time for yourself, even when life feels busy. So, close your eyes, relax, and let the words guide you into a world of peace and reflection, where self-care and balance become a soothing melody for your soul. Ilaria was a place of beauty, an ancient city nestled beneath the shimmering surface of the ocean. The soft glow of bioluminescent plants illuminated coral buildings, and the peaceful sea creatures swam lazily through the streets. But recently, there had been a change. The once vibrant city had grown silent, and the once colorful coral gardens were now fading, covered in shadow. The ocean's pulse seemed weak, as though something vital had been lost. In the heart of Ilaria, Leora stood at the edge of the grand city gates, looking out over the vast ocean. Her heart beat with a strange mix of excitement and dread. It was time for her journey to begin. She had been chosen to save the city, to find the fabled heart of the sea and awaken its powers before the ocean's magic faded completely. But as she gazed at the horizon, something tugged at her soul, a whisper from deep beneath the waves, an invitation. She couldn't explain it, but she felt that the ocean was calling to her. Leora looked back one last time at her home. Her mother's voice echoed in her mind. The heart is not just a treasure, Leora. It is a test. Be careful. Trust in the ocean, and it will guide you. But only if your heart is true. With a deep breath, Leora set off into the water, her lantern flickering softly in the distance as she swam toward the unknown. The journey ahead was uncertain, and Leora couldn't shake the unease creeping up her spine. She swam with purpose, her thoughts a whirlwind of doubt. Was she truly the right one for this? Could she really save the city, her family, and the ocean? As she dove deeper, the light above grew dim, the water cooler. She felt it pressing in, the weight of the ocean surrounding her. She stopped for a moment, closing her eyes and allowing the sound of the waves to drown out her fears. Her mother's voice rose again in her mind. You are stronger than you know, Leora. The ocean will show you the way, but first, you must trust in yourself. A soft current tugged at her, urging her to continue. The world beneath her seemed vast and endless, stretching into dark, mysterious waters. Leora gripped her lantern tighter, knowing she had to press forward. Suddenly, a sea turtle appeared from the shadows, swimming alongside her. Its gentle eyes met hers, and for a moment, the turtle seemed to speak without words. The journey is long, little one, but the ocean watches over you. Listen closely. Leora nodded, feeling a strange calm wash over her. She wasn't alone after all. As Leora ventured deeper, the ocean grew eerily silent. The water seemed to press in on her from all sides, and the light of her lantern flickered. She began to feel eyes watching her, unseen, and heard whispers that seemed to echo from the depths. Were they creatures of the deep, or just her imagination? Ahead, the silhouette of an ancient temple loomed, its stone walls covered in moss and coral. It was as if the ocean itself had forgotten about it, leaving it to gather dust in the dark. Leora swam toward it, the whispers growing louder. The darkness seemed to pull at her, as if it wanted her to turn back. She entered the temple, and as she did, the whispers quieted, replaced by a deep, resonant voice. What do you seek, child? Leora's heart pounded in her chest. The ocean itself was speaking to her, challenging her resolve. I seek the heart of the sea to save my people and my city, she answered, her voice steady. The temple's walls seemed to pulse with energy, and for a moment she saw a vision. Ilaria in ruins, with no one left to care for it. The city was dark, its coral gardens withered. Was this her fate if she failed? But then she remembered her purpose. She couldn't fail, not now. Leora stood before the heart of the sea, the glowing orb pulsing softly in the center of the temple. It radiated immense power, casting ripples through the water around her. The ocean's presence grew overwhelming, pressing against her as if to test her resolve. "Do you understand what you have come to claim?" the ocean whispered. "The heart is not just a gift. It is a test of your heart's true nature. Will you take its power for yourself, or will you sacrifice it to restore balance?" Leora's mind raced. The choice before her felt impossible. She could feel the power of the heart calling to her, promising strength and wisdom beyond measure. But was that what the ocean needed? Or was the power of the heart something that should never be wielded? For the first time, Leora felt truly alone. She had to make the choice. Was she willing to sacrifice her desire for power in order to save her people, to restore the balance between land and sea? She closed her eyes, remembering the lessons of her journey, the wisdom of the sea creatures, the trust she had learned to place in herself, and her duty to Ilaria. With a steady hand, she reached out and touched the heart of the sea. As Leora touched the heart, a wave of light flooded the temple, engulfing her in its brilliance. The heart of the sea pulsed with energy, and the ocean seemed to come alive around her. The coral gardens of Ilaria, once fading, began to glow with life again. The sea creatures, long dormant, swam freely once more. Leora could feel the balance of the ocean returning, the heart's power flowing into her and through the water. She had made the right choice. The ocean whispered, "You have proven your heart's worth, child. You are the protector now. The balance between the land and sea is yours to maintain." As Leora swam back to the surface, the city of Ilaria gleamed in the distance. The once fading coral gardens now flourished, their colors bright against the ocean's backdrop. The ocean's song was a gentle hum, the perfect harmony between its waters and the land above. Leora knew her journey was far from over. She had saved the city, but now she was its guardian, forever connected to the heart of the sea and the rhythm of the ocean. The bond was stronger than ever. The light of the heart of the sea still shimmered softly in Leora's hands, a gentle glow that pulsed with the rhythm of the ocean itself. The ancient temple, once forgotten and lost to the depths, had awakened once again, its walls vibrant with the energy of the heart. The water around her felt alive, strong and steady, no longer filled with the unsettling silence that had marked her journey. The trials, the struggles, the creatures she had met along the way, everything had led to this moment. Leora stood before the heart, her heart steady and calm. She had faced the darkness, the unknown, and had made her choice. The power of the ocean flowed through her now, but it wasn't a force to be controlled. It was a gift, a bond, a reminder of the delicate balance between land and sea. Her journey had been one of understanding, not conquering. She hadn't come to take the heart for herself. She had come to restore it, to renew the promise that the ocean would always protect the city of Ilaria. The ocean's voice whispered one last time, deep and resonant, echoing through the temple. "You have proven your heart, Leora. You have restored the balance." The water swirled around her, carrying with it the ancient power of the sea. The temple trembled as the magic surged, and in that moment, she knew her mission was complete. The soft currents guided her back toward the surface, where the moonlight now shone brightly over the calm waters. As she emerged from the depths, Ilaria came into view, a city reborn, its coral gardens thriving once again, colors vibrant against the deep blue ocean backdrop. Leora smiled to herself. She had saved her people, and in doing so, she had saved herself. She had learned the true nature of strength, not in dominance, but in harmony. The ocean was no longer just a force of nature to be feared or conquered. It was a living, breathing entity with its own heart, just as she had one. She had become its protector, its guardian. As Leora swam back toward the city, the ocean whispered in her ear once more, "You are the keeper now. The ocean's pulse beats in your heart. We are one." And as the waves gently lapped against the shores of Ilaria, the city, once lost to the shadows, was now alive with the pulse of the sea, vibrant and full of hope. The journey had ended, but the adventure was far from over.